More like, thank you for tapping into another episode of Unbiased Opinions. We are your hosts, the spiritual wonder Suave.
What's good, y'all? It's the one and only Lenon.
Welcome back, Justin Bieber Key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know y'all ain't been on a couple episodes.
It's been a couple
already.
weeks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We just went through like some drama just now.
Yeah.
Some crazy situation with tow trucks in my car and all this other stuff. But yeah, we figured out it wasn't tow.
Yeah, it ended up not being as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just highly disrespectful in my opinion.
Yeah, how they did you was kind of...
Yeah, they just gonna move my car somewhere.
But we can't be mad at all tow truck companies no more after this one. Because I honestly had the baddest thought. Like, they took your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because tow truck companies were like a-holes. Like, in general. For me, my experience with them, I was like, man, sometimes I used to be wanting to fight them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll go there and they just like talk to you. And I get it. They're going through it all day.
That's their job.
So they got to handle people upset all day. But sometimes when you're trying to be chill with them and they still trying to be rude, I'm like,
nope, I don't care.
Yeah.
Nope. They don't give a fuck.
Cold-hearted. Like, dang, y'all got a heart of stone.
The fact that they relocated your shit.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just moved it.
Yeah.
You know how much effort it take to... They got to get under that bitch, lock it, and get dirty and shit, and then they just moved it. They usually taking that shit to the yard. Huh?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a tow truck company. Maybe it was just like
you think
the
they all
construction
pushed it?
people. Nah, they could have had a little truck or something.
Yeah, maybe the construction people had something. They was like, oh, we could just move it.
Because I can't lie, you saying it's disrespectful. I will find a lot of gratitude in that happened.
No, I said usually.
No, Suave did.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I just find it disrespectful because it was like you could have let me know.
You sure they didn't knock not once? You ain't like fall asleep.
I'm positive.
You ain't black out. You're at the age now, maybe.
No, I'm the type of person. You know, when you hear your door and you gotta like your ears perk up, but you don't want to answer it because you're like, who that? I don't know who at my door.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it's like I want to look out the window to see who it is, to see if I want to answer it or not. But I didn't hear nothing. So I'm like, okay. Because I always usually hear the door. I'll hear like a knock and I'll look and it's the solicitors and I'll be like, slowly close the curtain so they can't see me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But I didn't hear nothing at all.
It's crazy the times we're in now. I don't know about y'all, but I literally hate answering the door for anybody now. Like, even if I order Uber Eats or something, leave it. They gotta leave it at the door.
You don't want no.
If they get to the door and they ring the doorbell, I'll wait a few seconds because I just don't feel like dealing with you.
I don't fuck with Uber Eats at all.
Well, man,
I hate all that
Trey
shit.
was here to tell y'all the story about his
Oh,
food.
yeah, that did happen to him. You seen that on Instagram?
No, what?
They stole his food.
Oh, the one that put it by the trash?
Yeah. I wonder what happened with that.
He
was looking for this
Yeah.
nigga.
So high. I was like, dang.
He's searching for this man.
Dang.
But that's why I don't trust it. I never have. I don't even do like pizza deliveries and shit. Like, I'd rather just go pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't trust the pizza delivery.
Why would you trust
people,
it's still a person.
Uber Eats, that is crucial because they like taking your food and they like the middleman between the food company and you. So it's like
whatever come up missing, come up missing.
But since COVID though, they have to have it like.
Some of them ain't got
sealed.
stickers in their own shit.
Yeah, if it's to
that's
that
how hungry
extent.
motherfuckers be. It's crazy how hungry people are out there getting paid.
And one of my coworkers was telling me, she was like, "Oh yeah, people don't be tipping doing Uber Eats. So I used to eat people's food," and I was like, "Really?"
See, that type of shit.
So you the people like when somebody come and they be like, "Yeah, my fries is like a little low."
Mm-hmm.
That was you.
But I do feel it though. Like if you're too lazy to get up and go get your food, the least you could do is put an extra couple dollars on the goddamn.
But why are you so lazy to get up and go get your food?
I was about to
Go
say.
get that shit. Save them dollars. I can't want to give that nigga my money.
I've ordered Uber Eats for sure. Recently too. So
Yeah.
it's just times, you know, you like, damn, like I just finished doing laundry and shit. Like, let me just order something. I'm hungry.
I never did Uber Eats before.
I mean, it's a ripoff.
Not on
bro.
my account.
You can't order something for under $20. It's a ripoff.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather just drive and spend a little, $2 in my tank to drive down the street and get it.
Mm-hmm.
If anything.
But
like,
opening door shit.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the door. I swear I'm fucked up. I think I'm really fucked up. Just paranoid about everything. One little knock, I'm running to the door.
Oh, you want to answer it?
Yeah, every time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you want to see who at the door? No
Yeah,
matter what.
because I want nobody by my door.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you here?
But what if it's solicitors? You don't care? You gonna?
No, I'm gonna look. I'm like, no, I'm good.
You ain't even gonna open it?
No, because I got the gun behind the door. Let's take that out. Let's take that out.
I don't know if it's just like, I don't know. I've always kind of had some sort of social anxiety, so I think the unknown of like knowing who's behind the door, their intentions, shit like that, it's just better where I'm like,
instead of me thinking all that, I want to face it.
Yeah.
I want that shit over with.
yeah,
Who's
that
on
makes
that
sense.
other side? Why the fuck are you here? What do you need?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I used to not be like that, but what gave me that mindset is the movie Strangers.
Yeah.
That gave you the mindset? Hell yeah.
Because you could see how they was just knocking on the door and then they didn't know who it was and they was just asking weird questions. And I was like,
They're like, oh, what's her name here?
I was like, yeah. I
I
don't
hear
want to
that
deal with
dumb
none of that. Yeah. I'm not trying to deal with none of that.
Nah. I'm not handling it. I can't stomach that. I
Yeah.
can't even let you walk off after asking something stupid like that. I'm out, I need you to talk.
Yeah.
Come in the house.
It'd be a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
scams
true.
like that
Come in.
nowadays
For real.
too. Like you could get, the person who's posing as a Nevada Power or some shit,
Oh, you heard about that too?
Yeah, and then they,
Yeah, I was
you
in
know,
my old neighborhood.
oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
See that kind of shit.
How you hear about that one?
It's always on the news and shit. Yeah.
You heard it on the news?
Yeah.
I did not know that shit made the news. That was in my neighborhood.
Oh really? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's happened numerous times
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
What do they do?
They pose as
haven't
like like Nevada Power or something to get access into your place. Then they got guns and shit, and then
That is so crazy you talking about. I did
Yeah.
not know other people knew about that shit.
yeah.
And they'll rob you.
It
Yeah,
happened
now
in
your
my
door is
neighborhood,
open.
dog.
Yeah.
Oh my
They'll put
God.
out notes like a week in advance saying like, okay, in a week, Nevada Power will be coming through, not making rounds in here, so you guys be ready. So they're training your mind while you keep going in your spot. So by the time somebody comes to the door who has a button-up shirt, it's just a collar shirt, and these motherfuckers open the doors, not even with badges or nothing, and people coming in and robbing them.
Mm-hmm.
Happened in my neighborhood.
Wow, that's crazy.
That shit was wild.
Yeah, I didn't know that people do that. But
Hell yeah.
people are creative with the way they rob people.
Yeah.
Yo, but there was people that kept coming to my door at one point, like, hey, you want to buy some candy? Knocking on my door, asking me to buy some fucking candy. I'm like, this not even the neighborhood where.
Were they little kids?
No, they're not. They're not like teenage. They look like teenagers
yeah.
or like little older dudes,
Mm-hmm.
like the 18, 19 mark.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, don't come to my door again, bro.
Well, because it happened in my neighborhood one time. It was little kids, and then come to find out, like the mom was in the front, like, okay, this person answered, this person, we can
Yes.
potentially get in here.
That's why.
Don't get in here, like using little kids.
It's for real. out
Man,
here.
it's crazy. That's why I don't answer the door. I'm like, man, I don't want to deal with none of y'all.
Yeah, I don't answer the door when it's somebody I don't know.
I
If
walked
I
in
see
and
it,
seen my ass.
like, so honestly, told people probably wouldn't have got answered anyway.
Yeah, you like, man, couldn't you have knocked on my door? Knowing your ass was not going to answer that goddamn
I would
door.
have been like, who is this? Oh, close the curtains. It would have been a wrap. I would have been done with it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. They'd have been like, yep, we towing his car then.
That shit wild, man.
But yeah, we don't got no hot takes. Well, technically, we do, because a lot of people was getting on us about the freaking that one video that we posted.
The sports.
About the boys. I mean, girlfriend, boyfriend one.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. Even
Which
I
one
wanted
was
to
that?
come. I wish I came last week. That shit was
You
wild.
talking about the,
I did not agree with that shit.
What was it? What was the video?
The anal shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
There you go.
yeah. Yeah.
The anal play
Those be
video.
wild.
That's wild.
Mostly my people would hit me up like, God damn. It's a crazy
They
ass.
said the same shit
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
a crazy
I'm
topic.
like, I wasn't there. That was wild. I wish I was at that one. I wish I was there for that discussion.
You know what though? I think the reason why topics like that are needed, I feel like, is because there's a lot of insecurity in men to talk about stuff like that. Just being
No, you
Yeah.
could talk about it, but it was just the agreeing on. So one thing that Trey said, everybody hit me up on. I didn't even notice it till they really told me. They were like, him saying that anything a boyfriend and a girl do together, some shit, would not consider gay, anything. And then people were hitting me up and like, well, what if she just pull out a fucking big ass dildo, and it's just because it's just you and her? Does that make it gay?
Well, it's all going off the concept of the word. That's where I was in agreement with what Trey's saying. Because if you're going by the concept of what gay means versus the concept of what straight means, you cannot be considered gay interacting with a woman sexually.
That's how I feel. I do feel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing anything with a woman, it can't be considered gay because it's not a man that you're doing it with.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see you on that part.
So that's basically what Trey's point was.
Right, and
Yeah,
I agree with that,
but
I could hear also the point of view of, but you're utilizing something that's symbolizing a man.
Like
But
what
yeah,
she pulled
but
a whole fucking strap on.
That's the whole thing. But okay, but then we could take it further and be like, okay, what if she was using her fingers?
Right.
Or what if she was using
So that's
an
a
object?
little, yeah. So
You know
I
what
think
mean?
that's
So
a
it's
little
like-
different.
So people using the imagination of like, since this is shaped as and this is supposed to be seen as, it should be taken as.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
even
like
like a
neither
female
here or
putting her
here.
finger in my fucking mouth. Like,
Well,
I
we
just
know
don't think
you.
I don't
we
think
know,
I don't think a man should be penetrated by a female. That's
yeah.
just.
I mean, you vanilla.
Yeah, I'm vanilla though. I'm vanilla.
But that's what I was
Thank
about to say. I think I wouldn't. I'm not objecting to the point of calling it weird, off, strange, whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, just to call it gay
I get what you're saying now. Okay.
is not going by the term of what the word means. And that's
Yeah.
all the point is. Like, people can say it's weird. Sure.
Yeah, I'm vanilla. Everything weird to
a lot of
vanilla
people don't
nigga.
do it, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of people. That's a lot of a lot of men won't do that. So it makes sense. But to call it gay and they're not interacting or don't have any attraction to a man at all, I think that's
We
wrong.
should get a gay man on here and ask him for his opinion
Or
on
his
that.
opinion on
See,
that.
can wonder what, because we're all straight.
I think it'll be having a straight dude who gets penetrated on here to talk about
Him and then the
I
gay
feel
dude,
like, yeah.
and then the gay dude talking to each other, have them in debate.
I think it's gonna be harder to find that though. Like a guy who's
Yeah.
openly willing to say.
that.
I think there's a lot of criticism that would come with that. So
yeah,
typically people don't.
Maybe somewhere in porn.
yeah. Be porn. It might. I've heard some niggas say some weird shit.
And there's some
Like,
there's some nasty stuff in there.
get somebody to liquor down. We'll see what they start talking. That's when that liquid courage come in the mix.
But you never know what somebody does in their bedroom. But yeah, they was getting on us for that. But I just was like, I'm not even gonna. It's the same comments. People just commenting out of their own
Opinion.
anger or whatever. They mad. So
Unbiased opinions.
Yeah, I think.
Different way.
Yeah, like I said, I agree on the surface of the definitions of what it's supposed to be, and yeah, not perceiving it outside of that. But is pleasuring yourself a form of insecurity? That's like an interesting one.
That's very interesting.
you just did a key segue.
Well, I feel like this
I'm
is
never
kind of.
doing it no more.
I feel like this
That's on
kind
the
of
same
goes.
ground.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say necessarily hand in hand, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's
we had
kinda-
kind of saw this one before the episode started, and then yeah, like you know, obviously it's around the same category in a sense, but
right.
I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think context is important. I feel like it could potentially be an insecurity for somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's just not having self control.
Sure. I think it could be that as well.
I think that's all it is. It comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
you
But-
falling weak to your own urges.
Could a lack of self-control come from insecurity?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what I was thinking when you said that, is like maybe that could even be stemmed from insecurity. Is someone not being able to control themselves. Sometimes it's them not being able to face issues that they actually have.
Mm-hmm.
And then that insecurity lies or leads to a lack of self-control.
Yeah.
I also think it's I think there's numerous things that could be associated with the desire, or just like not even the desire, but the willingness to continuously do it. Like even being lazy, like instead of having to go through the ins and outs of having conversation and
Building a
you know,
rapport, so-
yeah,
Mhm.
building a rapport, finding someone that you find attractive that also finds you attractive. There's a lot of work that goes into that, and so instead of having to go through all that,
Yeah.
you know, you
Basically finding the person that you want to actually hook up with.
yeah.
And if
So-
you can't find that, it's like easier just to be like, all right.
Mm-hmm. And that, I think there could be some insecurity. Like you're not entirely sure what you attracted to is what you attract, you know? And so you could be a little insecure about that. It's a little easier to find that online,
Mhm.
what you attracted to.
Fetishes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I feel like a lot of dudes do it for too. Is the fetishes, their closet shit that they don't want other people knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Like pegging.
Pegging.
Yeah, we going.
Fucking gel king. We can go down the list on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. But I don't know. Do you think that where would addiction, I guess, lie from in that? You know what I mean?
I think you'll get addicted to it because, like we are saying, the insecurities and non-self-control. Mm-hmm. So you're going to keep doing that to, you do it so much and then you're doing way too much if you're not moderate with it and shit.
Yeah, it's like a drug almost.
Yeah. That feeling, that quick feeling. I got that quick fix.
Yeah.
It's like somebody doing bumps of coke.
Yeah.
I swear, it's just quick.
That's so crazy. I wonder what the psychology is behind that, like how the mind works. Like if it has like a similar, you know how they say like a similar release of like dopamine comes in our head when we like grab our phones and stuff like that. I wonder if there's a certain thing that happens in your brain when you become like addicted to like masturbation and stuff.
Like when I used to do that shit in my adolescence, I used to like be upset with myself after, like, nigga, you really just did that. Because it's so wild, dog. Like, damn, chill out.
I mean, that's why they call it
yourself like that.
Isn't it like post-nut clarity?
That's what I was gonna say. That's why that's a thing. Yeah, because typically after you out of that frame of mind, where again, can you control yourself under those circumstances, those certain things? It's over with, and now you like, God damn, what's going on?
You got a whole mess.
Like, dang, why did I just do that? I just
look creepy. You start feeling like a creep.
Yeah,
that's where the self control comes to mix. You just look at yourself like that. You gotta look in the mirror, bro. You gotta go back over there and clean this shit up. You look goofy. And
I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing. Like I think like, hey, if you figure out what you like and those certain things, I think in life those are potentially important things to understand. But just like with anything, if it's taken away from the desire to do it naturally with someone else, and hey, we don't have I feel like us three can really be on a similar wavelength with all this stuff at times. So we don't necessarily have the other people in our group who can, combat this stuff. So as I'm saying stuff, I could expect like Blue coming at me,
She already said something.
Yeah. What'd she say about
self-pleasure is a good thing.
Yeah. And I think it is like understanding your body is important. I think it's just when we're talking about the addiction part and when when you're doing it out of insecurity and laziness and those certain things. We're in such a technology-driven world now where it's very important to ensure you're staying active and those certain things,
That's the most barbaric state that we get in. Like, you really can get lost doing that shit.
Yeah.
That's when you, like, snap to and then you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, that's our caveman eras.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have a problem with, like, pleasuring yourself in moderation, like, if you're able to control it, but I think too much of anything is bad.
Yeah.
Like even this whole, like, and this is kind of off topic, but this whole thing, like, with all these people talking about like self-love and self-this and self-this.
You can overindulge in that.
Yes, I feel like some people are like so overindulging in it that they're losing connection with other people.
So would you say to become a narcissist?
I don't know. I guess you can say that. I don't want to use that term. But
I know, because we know how it sparks.
But I'm just saying in general, it just seems like people are so, like, they're so engulfed in this self sense of like being so involved in the self and self-love and all this that they're forgetting about, like, dang, there's still other people here, like, that you can like connect with, that you can care about and all this other stuff. But if you just constantly focus on yourself, like, would that be all the satisfaction that you need in the world? Like, if it was just you, would you be satisfied if nobody else was here? You wasn't able to communicate with anybody, talk with anybody, like, make connections. Like, if it was just all about you, you didn't need nothing else, would it matter? Like, would you be satisfied?
That's crazy.
That's why I say stuff like that. Like, it's good to have stuff like that in moderation. So if you go for self-love, it's important. Like, do things by yourself and, spend some time with yourself and all that. But you also need to interact with other people.
I don't think
you need to connect with other people.
I think self-love, when we're talking about self-love, that's all mental. There's no heart in self-love, because we have to constantly tell ourselves that, like, do you really love yourself how you can love somebody else? Like, as strongly feel for that, because you're with yourself all the time. You never actually lost yourself. But if you lose somebody that you truly love, you'll see, like, that self-love shit is not void. It's all mental. It's just programming ourselves to be selfish. I feel like that's all that shit is. I don't think there's no heart within that.
And so you think the self-love is more so to get over the feeling of losing that connection with someone else. So you have to find it within yourself to, like, okay, I know I'm good enough and know certain things, and you start to train your mind.
And it's all mental.
That you don't necessarily need those connections.
Right. So I turn my heart off, and I'm really just really mental. I'm just keep thinking that I love myself, but you don't feel that shit. Yeah. And that's the same thing. I feel like they're just breeding AI robots right now.
But
do this shit, because they're teaching us that, and it's all becoming is turn off our hearts.
That's why I tell people all the time, like when I'm like talking to people about like when they're going through stuff, and I'm telling them about self-love in general, I'm telling them like not just the good parts of self-love, but the ugly as well, because that's what you need. Like if you just focus on like trying to pretend like everything's okay and just be like, oh yeah, I'm loving myself and I just been spending time with myself, I'm good, I don't need nobody, then you're not really getting the healing process of like getting back out there to connect with other people. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to realize like there's an ugly part to self-love, which is the part of like the insecurities that you have. You know, the hating yourself moments, the moments where you don't really love yourself. You got to find the reasons why you feel that. And that's what's going to help you start to repair that and love yourself again. And then you start doing stuff by yourself. That the reason why you're supposed to, like, I tell people to do stuff by yourself is so you can spend time with yourself, knowing what you like, knowing your experiences, knowing all this other stuff. Like some people don't realize that they're like really codependent and how that can be harmful. But when you start spending time with yourself, you start realizing like, oh dang, like, dang, why was I being so codependent, or what was the reasons why I need somebody else here right now? Like all those times, and it's not an easy process, but it's a process that helps you to get over some of those things that your inner turmoil, that I would say.
Yeah.
That's not,
I think the toughest part and why the cycle is typically, you know, you mature into an adult. And I think that's when you're a child and stuff, of course, there's like childhood traumas and stuff. But for the most part, you have friends. You're in school. You're dealing with stuff. You're constantly communicating with people. But you're never really in an instance where you're responsible, or you have like where you have numerous responsibilities and balancing that with another human being. Then once you get into adulthood, and then you finally, whether you get into a relationship, there's so many dynamics to this, but say you get into a relationship, at that point, you're like, there's no telling if you're ready for a relationship. There's no telling if you've actually sat in a room and understood what you actually want out of a partner. A lot of us, in our first relationships, you get into it because shit, the sex convenient, she's fine as hell, all these certain things, right? Instead of like, okay, as a partner. So then by the time you kind of, you know, whether you go through your first couple, your first one, which ends up being longer than, you know, a few years or whatever, and then you get out of that, then that's where you reassess. I think similar to what you're saying, where, okay, now I was very dependent on this person, so let me cut this off. Let me get better in this aspect again. And then I think you can then rearrange your thinking in that cycle or out of that cycle, where now you're able to say, okay, my next partner, this is, and I know this is things I value. I know this is how I would be more value to this person. So I think just in general, a lot more people experience these issues that you're talking about, and like codependency and stuff like that, because they get into relationships for the wrong reason. They don't really, they're not really reflective prior to getting into a relationship, or they're not really taught in what a relationship is actually supposed to be. Because we grow up and we see our parents fighting. Hey, that's just how it is. And those certain, you know, we never really taught like what a partnership actually is supposed to be. Till you go through it, it don't work. Then you can reflect on things. Okay, now you 30 or whatever. And I'm not saying it's always how it's going to go, but you know, the older you get, you have experiences, you're able to put it all together. Okay, I fuck with this, I don't fuck with this. And so that's why I think it's always kind of like a cycle for people. They get into it for the convenience, or because it's the social norm.
Right.
You know, everybody. I mean, I'm not saying this everyone's story, but I'm in college. I'm in a frat. Everybody fucking on a girl. I got to get on one. Next thing you know, oh, we supposed to be together. This is just how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to get married one day. Instead of actually looking at things like, what do you actually want out of your life, and do you see that being something that you could do with someone else?
Right.
Period.
I don't think you can love and have self-love. I truly don't believe that.
Really?
I mean, you're gonna take care of you always because you're gonna be the best version of yourself for the person you love. But that's not even self-love. Like, be overindulged with that person. People don't love fully. Now, everybody has a moderation dosage thing on love. Love is the only thing I think in this world we shouldn't be moderate in.
I can see what you're saying in a sense with that, because I think there's a form of like loving other people where you have to be selfless. You know, sometimes like you have to like kind of like, and even Trey said something that was similar to this point where he said like love is insanity in a way, and his comparison was because he said love is the only thing that will make people like jump in front of like a bullet to save someone else, you know. But it's like that stuff's true, and I think that comes from like people being selfless, but we're losing. I feel like people are like losing a sense of that with this self-love thing that you're
it's complete. It's all divide and conquer that way. It's all keeping us from one another, because people don't have soulmates. People don't love people. Like a soulmate, bro, you gotta love all the way thoroughly, and it's about that person.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you could love yourself and love somebody. I don't see it like that. Cause I know if I found love, I'm gonna love that person, all of me, and I'm gonna be here because I want to take care of myself, just to make sure I'm there with you the next day, to make sure I'm always waking up to you next day, that I'm in better health because I want to make it all the way to the end with you type shit. That's what I believe like love is.
Yeah,
I totally see what you're saying too, and it's interesting because I feel like saying love is insanity is exactly what's going hand in hand with what you said. You jumping in front of a bullet for somebody is exactly what you said. You no longer caring about yourself in that moment. It's about that person that you in love with, you know. Right. And so I can see that for sure in that dynamic.
That's why I wouldn't entirely say that you don't need self-love, because I think you need an amount of love for yourself to like care for yourself, because some people won't. I mean, I guess care for their health, care for their body. You know, there's people who will have like, I don't know, they'll be addicted to like drugs or drinking. They don't care about like getting better because they don't really care. They kind of hate themselves. There's like this part like, oh, there's nothing good going for me, or you know, I don't have nothing going for me in this life anyways. And I feel like you need an amount of self-love to get over those humps, you know. But then not to the extent of like being too high to where it's hard for you to love others, you know.
You know, I think out of the worst right now are women, because women are. They see how the men are self-love, this and the third. They don't want to be self-love and all that shit, but you know how they get to cope with that shit? They be drinking, partying, smoking and shit. That shit really numbs it for the time being. But once that high is over, you will see a woman in her full form of love, like thoroughly loving. Like they want to do that shit, but they can't because of the way our fucking society is nowadays.
You saying just in the sense because every guy's kind of on the self-love
journey. This, that. They want to love in their purest form. That's what they're here for. And we're not allowing that. Because with self-love, we sitting there trying to train them to be like us.
But I think
putting
that's
that self-love shit on them. What the fuck?
But that's why I say I think it all comes from like unaddressed traumas and not necessarily being raised in ways to like be a partner. You know, I feel like it's getting to a point in the world where a lot of men are finally looking in the mirror and saying, oh shit, I do have emotions. Oh shit, I do have like wants and needs. And it's not just go to work, pay the bills, and come home and dinner's ready. You know, like there's a lot of people who have, you know, a lot more men who are understanding, okay, I have passions. I do enjoy like financial freedom and those certain things where I could do certain things that I am passionate about, as opposed to just working all day and providing and those certain things. And so then they revert back to this, okay, well, if this girl only wants me for this, da-da-da-da-da, and just to be, you know, they just want to be catered to, and I'm constantly having to cater to that, then that creates a riff in that dynamic too. Because then, like you said, then the girl's like, oh shit, all I wanted is you know, to be catered to in this dynamic, because I just want to love them hard, and I feel like with me loving them hard, this is the dynamic, and I just feel like those dynamics are becoming a little bit more tainted, and that's why we're seeing it sort of transition into this where now you're seeing a lot more, you know, oh well, now guys ain't shit type shit, you know, a lot of girls, you go on TikTok, this is mad TikTok trends just about how guys ain't shit by girls, and they all have the same ideologies about it and those certain things, and vice versa with men towards women. Like, yeah, you know, like, you know.
I'm glad you brought that up because I really despise that thing.
I hate that.
I hate the whole thing that pins men and women against each other. Where women are saying like, "Oh, men are no good," and men are saying like, "Oh, well, all women are like this." And it's like, no, we shouldn't even be doing that because I feel like there's strengths in women that women do better than men.
Right.
And there's strengths that men have that men are just better than women at. And I feel like there comes times where we just got to be able to highlight those strengths and be able to accept those weaknesses without like trying to be like, oh, we outshine this one or we outshine this, or like some people put the comparison that like, oh, women don't need men because, you know, if women, whatever this one case is, if like there were no men in the world and there were just women would be able to survive, but if there are no men wouldn't be able to survive type thing. And it's just like, why would we even need to even think about stuff like that? Yeah. And we just can't think that we all exist here together. We're all here together and we all kind of need each other. That's why we're all here, you know, in the first place. If we didn't need each other, wouldn't we just try to knock the other one off?
But that's why I think a lot of things stem from like historical instances of like oppression, you know, and you know, obviously like women didn't have the most of rights not even too long ago, you know, and so it gets to a point where like, you know, 50 years ago it was hard for a woman to even be a CEO of a company, you know, and those certain things. And so when those things start to transition and people start to get voices, some of that is out of spite, you know, and so that would more so be my question, is like, where's the middle ground, you know, because I feel like you're finding in this, okay, women wanting more value, and so maybe it gets a little bit more excessive where then the women are now saying, you know, we do have value, like we don't need men in the world, you know, and it doesn't need to get to that point like you're saying, but you know, it's just like, you know, the kid who is bullied his whole life, you know, at some point he's going to say, no, I know I do have value. And then once the people who was bullying him see, oh, okay, this guy has value. Oh, well, now you didn't want to see my value. And so I think that's kind of just like the trend of the world right now, where it's kind of, you know, it's unfortunate, but throughout history, there's just been a lot of different oppressions. And as those things start to transition, you're still seeing people not wanting to forget the oppression, you know, which is rightfully so. It's not right. And within that just creates a lot more different dynamics of, you know, lack of middle grounds and then becoming extreme about certain ideologies.
I get what you mean when you say like people don't want to forget that the oppression, because it makes sense. But I feel like not forgetting and having spite are like two different things, you know? What I mean? And I feel like some people carry the bitterness of their heart, and it's like, sure, you know, don't forget like what you went through, but to hold that bitterness in your heart and like carry it in spite and just constantly, now you want the ugly to be placed on the other side. It's like, why would you even want that? Like, if you went through it, why would you want somebody else to go through the same thing you went through, you know? Like, why would you even want somebody to go through that predicament if you knew it was that hard for you? Why put somebody else under that heat to be like, oh yeah, now the heat's on you? So you want somebody else to feel the same wrath that you felt?
Do you feel like eye for an eye is human nature?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, jeez.
I don't.
No,
I don't. I think you cognitively do that on your own. Like you formulate that, you let that bitterness speak for you in your head, and it puts you in action. But you know, part of you is battling that in your head. Like, am I really thinking about doing that? Am I really thinking about saying that?
Yeah, there comes a point in time where you have to where you assess, you know, and I feel like some people assess things and they go for the revenge, and some people assess things and they go a different route. So I wouldn't say it's human nature. I'll say that I guess some people out of their surroundings will do it. Like they feel pressured to have to do it. You know, like some people will feel like for example, if somebody just walked up to somebody and slapped them and they all around their friends, maybe they don't feel like hitting this person back. But since all their friends react, they feel like, I got to do something. Yeah, like the same thing, like where some people will say like, I've seen videos where some people will say like the N-word, right? And they're not black. And then you'll see the reaction of some people where some people like not even like trying to trip off of it. But then like some other people start reacting, and then next thing you know, the person who wasn't tripping starts to trip too. It's like, oh yeah, well, and you like, well then if you wasn't, you know, like why are you letting that energy affect you? If you wasn't feeling a way about it, don't feel a way about it. Don't allow these other people to tell you how you should feel about something if you don't feel that way about it.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I say, like, and I think that's a perfect point of even bringing up, like, historical oppression, right? And say there's a kid in school right now and, you know, a white kid said that, and there was a black kid in school, and he reacts to it because, you know, someone back home, either his parents or his grandparents, said, yo, if anybody ever says this because of their own experiences of oppression in the past, you have to react this way. That's still keeping the cycle of that oppression, you know. And I'm not saying that the kid reacting to that is a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, when you're oppressed against, there's triggers, and sometimes you pass that on to the next people, where it's like, you know, a mom having a daughter who now is like, no, one day you will be president, one day you will own a company, one day, you know, you're never gonna, you know, let a man get over on you, these certain things. That's how these things continue to create, as opposed to, and that's why I asked, is eye for an eye human nature? Because it seems more so people want to hold on to these things instead of forgive, you know, whereas like for instance, like if you knew somebody, or not even knew somebody, but someone killed somebody you knew, you run into that person, what is your first instinct? It's usually revenge, right? As opposed to like hearing the person out, hey, I forgive you. That's not typically and that's why I asked this human. It's like an eye for an eye human, because it seems more and more so as we talk about these things. It's a lot more eye for an eye as opposed to, okay, I forgive you for that action. Can we move forward from this?
No, now it is for sure.
Yeah,
the eye for an eye shit is for sure.
Yeah,
because people are being watched. People gossip all the time, and they feel they got to stand their ground in some manner, but it's gonna put them in a fucked up situation. And then you're also going against your own moral codes, and you're gonna be uncomfortable about it. It's gonna do shit to you. I for sure think it's nowadays. That's why I don't want to look silly.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I say I think it's more so like their surroundings, because now that's like the theme of what's going on right now. Like people always talking about like what people need to do, or there's always like this like cancel culture and stuff like that, where people want to point out what somebody else is doing or get back at somebody else, or be like, oh, this person did wrong, so they deserve to suffer type thing. It's always like a condemning thing for somebody's behavior. Like they always want to attack instead of forgive, you know? So it's like this whole thing where it's like, I need to get at this person because they did this, or this person's wrong, so I don't care what happens to them. And it's like, geez, you don't care about like a human just because they did this? Like I'll hear some stories, like there's been conversations I had with people where it won't even be a big situation that happened. Like, and I don't want to say like the gravity of it, so I won't even say what the situation is, but it won't even be like a huge situation. It'll be like something small that happened, but then when they're talking about this person, I don't care what happens to this person. Like they can die for all I care. And it's like, geez.
That's deep. Yeah.
Geez. Like, you know, like how have we got you that deep to where we don't care what happens to somebody else just for minor things that they've done, just because it's small bad things, you know, like, or something that's minor and bad. We want to take it to the extreme to like, oh, I don't care what happens to this person's life. They can die, they can do this. And it's like, dang, I don't know why we have that mindset right now.
Yeah.
To lose sight of like people make mistakes and we're all human, you know? Like,
well, and that's what you're kind of seeing right now. And I don't mean to get too political, but you know, in Israel, Palestine right now, you know, you seeing an instance where kids are getting killed on one side. So then the other side feels, okay, well now, you know, This how we gonna get you back, doing the same thing to you. And then it just becomes a revolving cycle, as opposed to, when are we ever gonna find a fucking middle ground? And that's why I feel like the issue is nowadays, it's hard to find fucking middle grounds with anything. Everything is such to an extreme, because everyone feels like, you know, they're the most traumatized, and all these certain things happen to them, and so it's just,
everybody's tilters, man. Everybody's leaning to a side always, and they've been training us from the jump, just off of sports alone. Fucking like everybody's choosing a side of something instead of standing in the middle, because people don't want to hear from both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to stand in the middle and then hear you get bitch from over here and bitch from over here. So people want to sway to some side where they got swayed to, and they know they got comfort over there.
Yeah.
If you can stand in the middle, that will stop all this shit.
Yeah.
But everybody feels they have to choose a side to anything and everything.
Well, even standing in the middle sometimes gets you heat. Because if you say something against somebody, they get mad at you on this side. Then you say something against that person, then they get mad at you on this side.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But who's still willing to say the shit and go against both sides?
Yeah.
I'll take the heat.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like
Scorch
that's where I'm at in the world
middle,
too.
all
For
this
sure.
shit.
Yeah, that's me too. And I think, but that's why I think, you know, in the middle, is, to your point, it's a lot more tougher conversations. It's a lot more confrontation and conflict, because you have to stand on, okay, I agree with you here, but I do not agree with you here. Oh, well, you know, if you agree with me here, you should agree with me here. You know, I remember, I don't want to get too specific of who this person was that I knew, but she was telling me a story about, you know, her beliefs, and she was hanging out with a group who had similar, like, political beliefs. And she goes to this place, and they all talking about certain something of that political side or whatever. And she said, actually, I don't believe in this, though. And they're like, okay, well, like, why are you on this side type thing, you know? And it's like, that's really what the world is right now. If you a Democrat or Republican, you got to be thinking everything is bad from the other side, or you can't have no middle ground. Same with, you know, war. Hey, this side or this side, same, just everything. It's no middle ground.
I feel like to stand in the middle means you have to be able to find the good out of each side. Never looking at nothing pessimistic. I can only see what's good from each one of y'all.
Yeah.
Even at the war's end, I can understand why you're doing what you're doing, understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's middle ground.
But I feel like you also got to be able to see the wrong on both sides. You know,
But
like,
it's in plain sight. People dying,
like,
dropping, but
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. But I do agree with this, and I do agree with this. But I'm not going to sit here and say that everything that you do is good, and I agree with everything you do, because it's not.
No, not
you
agree.
Know, like,
I understand why you're doing it.
The reasoning. Yeah, why you feel that way.
You feel that way.
Yeah.
You was living how you felt.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you do it. Live how you feel. And it's fucked up what it's gonna get to, but people are gonna end up finding out at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. Samantha Hooper said, "I don't forgive. I just move on. You want forgiveness? Ask God."
You're hard.
I think that's part of the mentality I'm talking about. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's
like,
hard. Let her know she's hard.
And then Whitney said, "Death to gender wars." Shout out to Whitney. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And
death to gender wars.
Yeah.
She was saying like how girls are extreme about how they feel about guys and vice versa, and feeling
gender.
we don't need,
Yeah,
gender.
I heard
wars.
ginger. I'm sorry. I heard ginger. I'm like,
she was
she talking about
you?
me? What the fuck she mean? What'd I say?
Death to those gingers.
Goddamn gingers. I'm like, damn.
Hey, you see this face when you first heard it too. Now it makes sense too. I'm like, oh shit.
What the fuck she mean?
Yeah, she did say something against what you said earlier.
Yeah.
She said that just ain't women. Something you said about women.
It's everybody talking about the smoking part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everybody's gonna talk about that one.
And then Snoop said revenge. Yeah, revenge is crazy. I won't say that because freaking live freaking monetized stuff. But and then I think it's human nature because of self-preservation. If you hurt me, I have to hurt you. I agree. And then he said he thinks it's just an emotion.
There's certain shit that I let slide, and there's certain shit I just can't let slide.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't think it's eye to eye, because I know I have, like I was brought up, there's just certain things I just cannot let slide.
Yeah.
Well, I think in an instance, to Snoop's point, self-preservation is when there's a threat to your livelihood. You know, when there's a threat to that preservation, and so when that becomes of a thing. Okay, now I'm on guard. Now I have to defend myself. Mm-hmm. But in the instance where I was saying, like, somebody who, off somebody, you run into them, and it's of a forgiving situation or something. And maybe it's not even a forgiving situation, but there's no threat to you per se. You just want revenge. Where does it come to? Is that an eye for an eye? Because that's not self-preservation per se. That's more so you trying to get over the pain that this person had caused you, and feeling like you doing the same to them is going to do that for you.
And people feel like that after the person that died was the one who started all this shit too. It'll be somebody who probably tried to rob that person. They had to stand their ground, you know what I mean? Or like fighting or some shit. They pulled a gun out on them or something, and they just lost. They lost that battle. And everybody want to kill that person, but he was doing it to protect himself.
Yeah.
I don't think you can walk around or should walk around like that.
Yeah.
It's so hard with like sitting in the middle ground, like what you just said, because I feel like there's so many strong sides now that you'll get attacked by any small disagreement you have. Like it don't matter what it is. Like I got attacked, and I feel like I'm walking on eggshells even talking about this. But I got attacked on the live because I had a conversation with this trans woman about a post that she had, or it was a debate that she was having about saying that they're better than real women. And when she said it and she was talking about it, I was just like, okay, like, like I don't have any problems with trans women or any, and let me preface that so I don't get attacked. But when I went in there, I was just like, I just don't understand like how you can say you're better, but there's a lot of things that you're taking from, and I was like, I don't want to say it in a sense of like you guys are taking from, but you're imitating.
Yeah,
you're imitating what you got from women. So if you wanted to be better, wouldn't you be innovating something new?
But isn't that what I said though? It's not a matter of feeling like, or it's not a matter per se of genuinely feeling like you're better. It's the matter that you've been oppressed for so long that now that you have a voice and these certain things, now you are going to the extreme to ensure people provide the value that you feel you deserve.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying with everything in the world is such an extreme now that everyone has to make it so competitive and say, well, you like this, I know I'm 10 times better and I'm going to prove it to you this way.
Yeah. But it's like, see, to me, it's like that's so counterproductive because it's like we already see that where you're getting respect. You're getting a lot of that now. Like you're appreciated. A lot of people are saying we appreciate you. We want you to be respected as what you want to be respected as. But now you're adding extra fuel when you do something to say like, now I'm gonna go against these people, this group, and it's like, why would you go against them? Like a lot of them are on your side. Like, so you want to say now that you're better than them, and then that's putting you in this spotlight to where people are like, what the heck is going on?
And majority of people choose sides without even ever hearing of the other side. It was just this person came to them with such a strong opinion, and it made me feel some type of way. I felt it was invigorating. I got goosebumps listening to it.
Right.
And they go on this side, and then later down the line, they end up hearing it over here, and they're like, damn, that person reminds me of their leader, or this person reminds me of their beliefs.
Right.
And then that's when you fucking end up swaying to that middle ground, because it's like there's no win, or you can't win in this shit. Stay in that middle ground and take whatever come with it.
Yeah. Because again, I think it all sort of stems from at times where you feel like you weren't valued, and sometimes that lack of value really turns into a trauma, and it's once it gets to a point where you really start to find that self-love in yourself and those certain things, you're going to stand on it and you're going to tell people and then you'll make it competitive to the extent where you'll prove it to people that you have value, instead of, and I don't necessarily want to say instead of. I think similarly, like to what you said, I could stand in the middle ground and understand why that person is saying that.
Yeah.
Like you come from a place of feeling oppressed and not valued, and so you have to find a group or something that is valued,
like-minded people.
Yeah, and tell people that, hey, this is, I'm better than those people you value, just so you know, as opposed to finding that value within yourself and finding a group, like you said, that that appreciate you for you, and hey, different strokes for different folks. There's gonna be people that gonna be people that like you, gonna be people that don't like you, whether you're perceived as normal, whatnot, and that's just life, you know.
Yeah.
That self-love shit is really just experience. Experience you. Experience what you like. That's all it really is. I don't know why they call it self-love when that's what it really is to me.
I think it's more so like getting to know yourself.
Yeah,
pretty
you
much,
just
right?
experiencing yourself. I'm gonna go taste this food by myself. I don't need to be led. I want to learn to come up with my own decision making, my own thought process, come up with my own, like, find the words to describe the things that I'm feeling and not let nobody tell me that. Fucking read a book. If a person can read a book, they'll end up trying to find words to match how they're feeling that day or something. Dictionary or something. But a lot of people aren't doing that. They'd rather just be told how shit should be, how it should sound.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, dissecting on their own.
Yeah. People just like to be told how I guess how they need to feel about things, and it's like you can feel how you feel, and you can tell. Like, have you ever been around somebody and you can tell like how they're behaving, that they don't want to behave that way? Like they're behaving in a certain way, and you're like,
that's not
you
true.
don't want to be acting like that. That's not you. Exactly. It's so crazy when people do that, because there's a lot of that now where you see people and you're like, why are you acting like out of character? This thing seems real out of character for you. And people just they live in that, but it shows that the surroundings that people are surrounded by, and like social media in general, people want to perform.
We've all been there. We've done that from just adolescence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were a way that we didn't want to be just because that was a social norm, and we were willing to go against our own true feelings, even though we didn't have the words to describe it probably at that time.
Yeah.
But we knew it just didn't feel right to even be doing this, but I want to do it because they're doing it. I'm with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose the crowd.
I feel like that comes more so like, I feel like once you're a kid, to me, I feel like kids are in a natural state of doing what they want to do. You know, they just want to experience things, get to know things. But I feel like once you get to the high school age, junior high school age, I feel like that's when they really like start to want to be part of the popular crowd or do what the big kids are doing. Yeah.
And if you don't stray away from that shit, you'll be doing the same shit from high school to your 30s or 20s till you realize, like, damn, I never really like doing that shit.
40 years old still.
I was victim of that shit too, because I was doing shit in my teenage years, and right before I even got all the way into my 20s, I cut that shit off.
Yeah.
And through my whole 20s, it was me learning me. It's like, this person right here, this is who I am. By me finding myself, you know what I'm saying, learning who I was, applying everything to me. But
I had to do that too.
You have to do that.
I had to do that too, because you
got to separate to elevate.
Yeah, you take time. If you really take time to figure it out, then it really helps you to really find your own footing. But if you just sit in there and you just try to like keep on doing what everybody does and keep trying to follow these waves, you get lost in it.
All my life, you never had a person. You never knew who you were at all. You never brought that inner you out.
And I think what comes from it, though, is because people always tend to tell people what to do with their life. Like, there's always somebody that's telling people how they should live their life. You know, like, oh, you need to be doing this, or people don't need to do this, or that's not how you need to operate, or you need to go get you this, or whatever the case is. Like, people are always trying to paint a picture for you of how you should live your life. And people try to follow that blueprint. Like, to what Lenon was saying earlier, like, when you go to college, people are always telling you need to go out and hook up with this girl and this girl, you know, because that's what everybody's doing. So people start doing that, but that person might not be big on hooking up. They might not be the type. They might be somebody who wants to slow down, find the right one, but they told this, so they start getting in that. And I've actually seen that. There's one of my homies was telling my other homie, he was like, what you need right now, you need to go out and you need to just start hooking up with all these girls.
That's wild.
Just telling him straight up that's what he needs to do. And he's like listening to him, but then afterwards he was like talking to me. He was like, hey, what if that's not what I want to do? I get, like, I just got, you know, he was just getting out of a relationship. He was like, I get that I just got out of a relationship. So, you know, like, I probably need to meet new people, but I don't want to go out and just start having sex with her. And I was like, then don't do it. Right. You don't have to do it. I was like, if you really want to find somebody else and that's just what you want to do, spend time talking to people and see which one you actually want to build a relationship with. You don't need to necessarily like follow that blueprint of what somebody else is giving you.
You gotta be a good leader, be a good follower.
Yeah.
So that's why people, you gonna start off by listening to people until you fucking had enough, and then watch how you flourish and become a leader yourself. There's always leaders and followers.
And I feel like that leaders usually spur from breaking free of like the blueprint, you know, finding their own way. Yeah, they like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm gonna do what's more suitable for me, and they start to just go that route.
But that's why there's more followers in the world, because it's not easy, bro.
No,
Like, you have to deal with, like, for instance, in that situation, right? The two friends talking. If you weren't there to be that person's middle ground, and everyone associated with our group felt how the dude felt that, yeah, hey, you gonna cope with this by just doing this, he's gonna do that, or he's gonna lose those friends and stand 10 toes and be his own middle ground, like Key is talking about, you know. But then now you have to reset your whole cycle. Now you have to find new friends again, and a lot of people aren't willing to do that. You know, it's a lot easier to just be on one side and okay, yeah, I might not agree with this, but I'm not going to confront anybody about it. Cool, because you're not going to lose those friends, and that's and then have to reassess your life every so often. It's not easy being in the background, and so that's why it's more people who just fall in line with, okay, this is just how it's supposed to be.
Way easier doing it.
Oh yeah, I think it's super easier, because then you're passive. You're just like everybody else. So everybody sees you as like up here. But as soon as you step out of that, people start seeing you as like, oh, they different, or you messed up, or this person like, that brings me to something about people, like, I guess like people who are like successful sometimes, how they say they have to step away from a lot of their friends in some cases. And their friends would be like, you changed and you did this and you did that. And then the dude's like, well, I didn't really change. I was just doing what I wanted to do. I was focused in that lane. You wanted me to change. And I'm just like, dang, that's an interesting perspective. It's like, it's not necessarily that the person is changing. It's that they want them to change into what they want them to change them into.
It makes people uncomfortable to be around people who are different from them. Everybody wants to be on the same page when they're kicking with people, instead of just knowing that I'm around a bunch of people with different minds, and I'm not susceptible of becoming that. I can be around the strongest minded person and know I'm gonna walk out exactly how I just walked through this fucking threshold. Walk out the same way.
I love talking to different people, to be honest. Those are the people who actually like intrigue me. You know, like, I've always been the type of person, like, if I'm in like a room full of people, I'm not looking at like the person who's like trying to make the impression. I'm looking at the people who actually look like they're themselves. You know, like the oddball people in the room that kind of seem like they stick out because their energy is different from everybody else. Because it's like, dang, this person looks like they got something to say. Because like for example, there's this one girl that she used to dance with us back in the day, and nobody would talk to her just because she was off. Like, not really off, she just really wasn't like communicating. She was quiet from everybody. But I actually talked to her, and when I talked to her, I was like, she actually got a lot to say. Like, she's actually like a really interesting person. Like, she got a mind on her where you can tell that she was actually thinking deep about things, and she actually wasn't like, I guess, trying to operate in that popular crowd or trying to be that person. She was just more intrigued in like life and valuing herself and learning about new things and stuff like that. And I was just like, dang, that's dope.
That puts a muzzle on people. That shit muzzles all like creative minds and people who really can think outside the box.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just want to dumb it down just to be around people. That's the worst thing you could fucking do. Like, I'm going to talk at this high caliber, and if you guys can't get to that level, I'm not going to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Y'all just going to shy away and fade away because, he talked too deep, right? You hear that shit all the time. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Can't have a normal conversation with you instead of just fucking on bitches. That's all we talking about?
Yeah.
You're not stimulating me whatsoever. Homie.
Yeah, or wanting to be a rap, you know, let's all be rappers and shit.
Yeah, that weird, man. I mean, ain't weird. It's just like, that's not my level.
Of thinking. Yeah.
Right.
I want to talk about this book. I want to tell you about this book I just got, bro. Like, like, do you read? Do you want to get some reading shit? Like,
or even like business ideas and shit, like creative ideas, shit like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Stuff like that. People just be wanting to talk about simple stuff. Like, have you ever had somebody tell you like, oh, you being too serious? Are you doing this?
All the time, yeah.
Oh, dang, you getting deep. You getting too deep on us now. And it's like, dang. If you don't want to talk about it, it's different. But you don't need to be like, it's too this or it's too that.
Like, yeah,
no, I'm just
right.
having a conversation.
It's too deep for your feeble mind.
Yeah.
That's all that should be, man.
Yeah, I just be like, man, people need to have conversations. That's why, to be honest, the conversations like we had last week are, even on this podcast in general, like I like to challenge people's thinking, and I think that's a good way to have these conversations on these couches, is because we could talk about things and have people actually sit to themselves and think like, oh dang, do I feel this way or do I not feel this way? How do I feel about this? Or do I agree with this or do I not agree with this, and why? You know? And that's the beauty of it. We can have a different way of perceiving things in a sense. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Samantha said people that can't go deep are shallow. And
that's facts.
100%.
She also says self-acceptance and becoming your most authentic self is a journey, that's for sure. And I agree.
Yeah.
That's my daily shit. I'm just always trying to figure out how I can be better than yesterday. So I want to hit this just omnipotent version of myself. And I have it in my head, but it's like, it's never, the first version I had in my head is completely different than the version I am now. And I know it's going to keep changing, but I'm still chasing like my own perfection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least in my head, what I see is me being the perfect me.
Yeah. That's the
every day.
That's the other thing about like when people say the topic of like you change and stuff like that, is because like people change all the time. Like to tell somebody that they change, like, well, we're not allowed to change. We're not allowed to have a different mindset. Sometimes we're not allowed to change our position on something or feel some way about something one day and not feel that way the next day. Like we have to continuously be this person. Like people change. We want to grow as people, and in order to grow, there's things you need to change. Like in general.
Yeah, I hate that people use the term change in a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, if you like, we all just talked about it. Like we remember being in high school this way, and probably how we was thinking at those times, what we wanted to do with our life, who we thought we'd be hanging out with 10 years from then, all those certain things are all different than what it turned out to be, you know?
Facts.
And that stuff should be embraced, because that's part of being human. Like you being alive and like being able to have numerous years on the earth is for that experience, you know? Like, and so I think that just should be embraced more, as opposed to like, you know, you've changed. That's a bad thing. Like,
I look back at that shit too, like not getting the things that I wanted at first. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit that I used to want, I don't want that same shit now. And that shit is wild. Cause I swear to a book, like I'm getting that. That's what I want. But I'm like, damn, I don't have a desire for that. Like I even got to the shit sometimes. It's like, I don't really want this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly chasing, what do I really want? What do I really want? It's wild, man.
Because some of those things might have even been rooted in your own traumas or insecurities, and so you was trying to get to those things because you thought it would make you feel better, until you started like looking in yourself and really understanding what actually you valued and shit like that, you know?
It's in you.
Dang,
Yeah,
It's in you, not on you. That's real shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That was good.
Yeah, it's hella good. That's a highlight.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, honestly. I be riffing sometimes. Shit.
No, it's all those
like,
traumas. That's
Yeah.
real.
Nah,
Insecurities, traumas and shit. Like I was after shit that, bro, I was putting my life on the line for shit. And it's crazy. Like, why the fuck would I do that to myself? But I'm sitting there screaming self-love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm willing to risk 25 years in prison or my own fucking life, like every day, telling myself that. Like I have my own traumas, I have my own little insecurities, didn't realize until I got stripped of everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to see, what's in you, not on you at that point.
And that's what I'm saying. Those things aren't bad things. You know, I think typically when we say, oh, you know, this person getting emotional right now, this person's insecure, those are typically associated, like us as men, right? Like, oh, those are like feminine
quality,
features, you know, as opposed to like, bro, those are human features. And it's okay to understand, you know, in this instance you were jealous, in this instance you were insecure, and really be honest with yourself that that's why you got out of character. That's why you was trying to mask certain things with different emotions now, with, you know,
anger and toughness,
ego.
ego.
Yeah, exactly.
That's such a hard thing for people to face though.
It's hard as
So
hell.
many people still don't face that to this day. So many people still wear the cloak of toughness. It's a lot of people.
Yeah,
like I see them all the time and like, you not really that
not
tough.
like that. You're not Himothy.
You're emotional,
That's
my
it,
guy. You are emotional. Just be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
don't. You don't gotta hide it. Like, cause to be honest, it's really noticeable. We notice that you're emotional. You just think that you're being tough, and then people seeing that. Oh yeah. No, we seeing that you're emotional, so people don't want to interact with you being emotional.
But what's crazy, you explain it different. Like, man, you good? What you mean I'm good? Yeah. Like, you a little off right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you say emotional, they like, nah. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck you talking about?
That's
Emotional.
Just like change and grow. Like I can tell somebody, you changed. Like, what the fuck you mean I changed? I'm like, bro, you grew, man.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? You think so?
Yeah.
It's all the same shit. It's how you perceive it. But that's really, it's like how you were raised.
Yeah.
Right.
That shit was put inside you.
Do you think it's hard to balance like energies with like another person? Like to just like I guess in a relationship basis, you know, like try to connect with other people, and that's probably why a lot of these people are on this like self-love type of thing and I don't need a relationship type of thing, is because the hardship of connecting with other people.
I think because people still can't describe feelings. There's certain feelings that they can't describe. So it's hard how could you ever even see a soulmate when you can't even put yourself out there? You know what I'm saying? Make yourself completely vulnerable.
Yeah.
And just talking, like people think just by them talking about their feelings, they're going to spark their feelings up again. That's why people are so quiet and shit, and you so focused on self-love, just self-love. That's the mental part I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I see what you mean. I see what you mean in that sense, because I feel like the self-love can be a cloak in that sense to kind of hide and mask people expressing how they really feel. Because that was what I was going to say the issue is. I was going to say the issue is I feel like people aren't really expressing what they want to express to people, and it's making the communication a lot harder because they're masking a lot of things. You know?
The more you bottle up, the more it's going to explode.
Yeah.
Down the line. It's interesting too, because I feel like just through every dynamic, it's a lot easier to just withhold information and stuff at times, because you don't want to be perceived a certain way. This is someone you could really, like, you're really attracted to, or it don't even just need to be a relationship. Like, bro, this is a really cool job opportunity, right? And people go into all these circumstances and they always trying to sell themselves, you know? And if you go into every opportunity or like potential dynamic and all you're doing is selling, you know, you're going to feel like you're giving all your value away, and that nothing is ever like valuing you how you should be valued, you know? And so, like people be going into interviews, right? And everyone so nervous, and I hope I get this. And I feel like I would be great for your company. But why don't you go into these interviews like,
what's up?
Yeah, like, bro, are y'all good for me? Like asking questions and making sure this is a fit for you, and you're gonna thrive in the role that's provided there for you, part. You know? And I feel like in every dynamic, that's why I brought up like a job opportunity, because I feel like that's the same in a relationship. Like you really need to ask questions and like be honest and vulnerable that, yo, this is who I am. This is what I'm looking for. This type of person I'm gonna be, you know. And if you can't do that, that's why I say so many all these dynamics just not gonna align for you, bro. And you got to be really honest with your dynamics, bro.
He on it today. Yeah. You're on it today, coach. That's what it is. He in coach mode.
Yeah, I've been interviewing.
It's good,
though.
dog.
Yeah.
It sounds good on you.
Yeah. I feel like
it's big though, bro. It is.
Yeah.
That's hard for people to do though. And
it's
even when people, like you said, even when people are like trying to sell themselves in relationships, they're trying to make themselves like appear a certain way, but they don't want to put out their flaws. You start finding that junk out like later on.
Yeah.
They try to put out this whole perfect image of themselves. When you get in the relationship, then you start finding out like, oh dang, like, who's this new person?
Yeah.
this ain't the person you told me. Yeah. But that's the same thing with a job. They like saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. And then you get to work and they like, dang, dude, you done called in like 5 days in a row.
Yeah.
Like, you said you was dependable.
Because you wasn't authentically yourself. You just trying to get in. And that's why I think even with relationships, bro, and this is why I think like the man versus woman thing is so strong, because the dynamic of a man getting a woman is what? You really got to like sell your ass off, because everybody trying to sell yourself to this girl. You know, and that's why it creates such a crazy dynamic, because then, okay, you sold yourself to this girl, and now, boom, you a year down the line, you like, okay, I'm tired of doing this shit. When is you gonna meet me somewhere? You know,
I feel like it's just when you stop chasing. Like you see how you just said, like how dudes, everybody's trying to sell themselves to this one girl. Imagine if you did not try to talk to nobody. Watch it fall in your fucking hands.
Oh, for
and
sure.
It's like, why are you fucking with me? Like, that's when your questions start coming out. Why you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Why you want to fuck with somebody like me? I'm over here trying to get this shit together to have somebody like that. But
a lot of people scared of that unknown, though. That's what I'm saying. They're scared of not being accepted. They need this, you know, and that's why I agree with you, bro. Like the reflections I've had in my life and stuff, you know, you have to have that value in yourself. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with self-love, but just in a sense where you know that you matter, you know, and you're going to find a dynamic that person sees that in you, or that company sees that in you, you know, and I think that's so important.
That's all within yourself, because like at the end of the day, you have to be your best ally. You have to be your best ally, because you can fuck around and be your worst enemy. Yeah. People don't get that shit. The only person that can truly beat you down is you. Like that mental shit, you can really fuck yourself up. You
be perceiving shit that nobody even think of you.
And
but
I be
you
talking, I be looking crazy. I be really talking to myself like, bro, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Because I'm really at inner battles every day. I have to shake my hand every day in my head.
Right.
Like, bro, we ain't gonna do that today, right? All right, bet. Because I can
not
really,
again.
Come on, not get back to that mental state. I love it here. I work so hard to get this smile back. Can we stay here today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really gotta talk to yourself, prepping your shit.
That's good.
That's
though.
real self-love, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's ugly in self-love, but that's the part that people, I feel like, brush over. They want to go to the glory of it, like, I'm loving myself, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but there's ugly in it where you really are going, literally, there's it's an inner war kind of that you're going with, like stuff that you want to get past, or like trauma that you're going through, and you're trying to figure out, like, hey, like you said, you got to go through that. We're not going to do this. We're not going to go down that road again. You're not going to put me down that road again. Like, let's get past this. Let's move forward. Let's not go back down there. I don't want to be back down there.
You know, I think it's not working for people is because they're posting it. Are you posting it? Are everybody else giving you validation that your self-love is in the right direction? You're doing it the right way? Or are you really just comfortable with yourself knowing that I am going through the journey? Don't post the shit. Watch what when you don't post something, watch how much of an impact it really truly has to you. Like, because when you post that shit and you need the fucking likes on it, it really will eat you up if nobody liked that you said, I'm doing self-love. That shit will bother you. And then you're like, damn, I'm not doing it right. How the fuck you not doing it right? Like, really, I'm telling you, like, I recommend everybody get off social media for some years.
Well, I would say just stop using
years.
I would say just stop using social media as validation for like how you should or shouldn't be. Like, stop using like the stuff you post and the likes you get for validation. Because like I feel like people will post something, and if it gets a lot of likes, they'll feel like, oh, well, people need more of this. This is what I need to post. So you post that self-love thing, and they like, yeah, get it, queen.
Yeah.
You said you
really
this and you this, and you just thinking like, all right, I'm gonna post another one then. I don't need this and this.
That's the drug.
Yeah, you don't. You don't, girl.
That's that fucking drug.
That is.
Kick in.
Yeah, that's insane.
I feel like people should post shit because they want to see, they want to help others. Like, just put some shit to make people laugh. Put some motivational shit on your page. Don't put no drama shit. Don't put no self shit, like my self-love shit. Like, do it for others. Because you'll never know what your one post can spark something in somebody's fucking mind of their day.
Yeah. Everybody's starting to become like news outlets. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know how the news will like put all this stuff out there, and it's like so much drama and stuff that people start getting worried. Like, oh, this is this or this. And the news does it because that's where people tune into. Like, oh, y'all gonna be into this. But if we talk about like this little kid that is super smart, that graduated at the age of like 10, people gonna be like, all right.
Yeah.
You'll get a couple of shares, but most people are gonna be like, all right. But if you get like
the one today, the fucking girl just got killed by the 19-year-old and then the 27-year-old basketball player.
Yeah.
Even I had to post that motherfucker.
I didn't even hear that.
I was like, it's really wicked out here.
I didn't even hear that, but
that was out here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had the one with the UNLV thing.
Yeah,
that happened recently
too.
And we're so desensitized to that shit. We're like, oh, well, no students died. I've seen people post that on there. Like,
really?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
But
And they're like, it's not a mass shooting. There's only 3 people. I'm like, we're wired like that now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're in such a extremist point right now where, again, in that dynamic, you have this guy who is a professor trying to find value in being a professor. The university don't give him that. And so he becomes extreme in his,
Oh, dang.
you know, like that's a constant. That's the eye for eye shit, bro. And people be so like caught up in like,
to circle back around to that joke and make that comparison
it
to
is,
that is
though,
crazy, because now you can see that joke fits everything.
Man, that's why the world is how it is right now, bro. Everyone just want to get revenge, and you know, is struggling to find value in themselves, and it's people hurting, man.
So they go to look for value by doing extreme stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's such a coach now, bro. I'm trying to tell you, he's in coach mode, and it's fucking amazing.
They out there going to look for value by going out doing extreme things. Yeah. He said, man, I'm in it, y'all.
And similarly, like what you said, I'm not validating it or nothing. I just could see it from the middle ground. Like,
that middle
you know,
shit.
yeah, like people hurting, you know, and so
yeah,
it's sad, man. It's sad that that's what people are resorting to and stuff. But
yeah, going back to the thing you guys were talking about like men having to chase women.
mm-hmm.
The thing that annoys me about that is I feel like a lot of that junk came from men themselves.
Chasing women?
Yeah, the whole little chase thing. Because I feel like men started doing this thing where they like pin themselves against other men. So they felt like they had to compete with other men to get a woman. So
then the woman started dealing with that. Yeah, and was
so
like, okay,
chase after
I might as well, since 3 of y'all
then it's like
who got the most money.
Then it's like, how can I make myself look good? They go back to the whole job interview type of mentality. Like, I need to present myself as better than all my competition. So I'm the best for you because I got the most money. I didn't drive this car. I did it. They start doing this. I'm better than this dude. I'm better than this dude.
Selling a dream.
Yeah, and then, but it's like, you didn't even sell them like the fact of anything that has to do with how you feel about them. And what you like about them. All you selling them is what you can give them.
But that's the female fault too, though.
Yeah, is that I was about to say that. That's why y'all be coming back around and saying guys ain't shit, but you're not really trying to figure out who this guy is. You just glad he flying you to Miami.
I think all these women need to understand, if you didn't help him get all that, you are replaceable. Just like the car that he said that he got, that home, that you're replaceable. So don't sit there and think you're just gonna have it like that, man. You better get it how we all trying to get it.
Right.
Get it from the bottom with him. And then where y'all make it after all them scars and bruises we done made, then we can sit down. But don't fuck with don't expect everything out of somebody who already had it before he got you.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's foolish. That's why I'm not chasing nothing. I don't say nothing. I'm just trying to get my shit right. Whoever pop up right now, it's like, damn.
I think don't even make that the main priority. Like, if you see somebody that got something that, that's a quality to have, but where's your mental at? So I'll be like,
no communication.
Like
they want communication.
It's like it's good you have all that, but what else what else is there? Because there can be some dangers in that.
And I think that's the main thing when you ask, like when you go into these dynamics, can this person be a good partner for me? People don't be asking that. They be like, okay,
she's fine. This bitch bad.
Or like, is the finances in order? Can this person provide for me these certain things? And then, like, what are those though? Like, I feel like those have become like norms for like what people are looking for in relationships. And then they wonder why their relationship is so like surface level and shit. Like you, like we talking, and hey, finances and stuff are important way of life and stuff like that. But if that's like what you prospecting and shit for, like who's good for you and those certain things, like I don't know, it's just never gonna get to the fullest of deepest levels, in my opinion. You know, maybe it could at times. I think it's lesser probability of it being that. Whereas like you going in off rip, like of course there needs to be initial things, attraction, those certain things, dress good, smell good, cool, but like, where's your heart at? Like, where's your mind at? Like, what's your objectives in life? Like, how do you view partnership and shit like that, you know? And if that person can't do that, you know.
But some women don't even get to see that, though. Because, they come across guys who don't have that type of mentality. Who wants to articulate. But certain guys don't even want to deal with that or even help a woman get to that level because she didn't realize she wanted that level.
Yeah.
Because she's never experienced it. So just imagine you came to her with that type of communication and you showing her your vulnerabilities from the jump. She's thinking, oh, he's supposed to show me this like in a year. He's not supposed to show me this right away, because they really don't people really have like time spans on when something should be out. Like, why are you fucking giving breadcrumbs? Look, this the whole loaf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you like this. You take it or leave it, baby. That's all I got to give.
Right.
I promise. But some people don't want to do that shit. Everybody wants to play chess with everybody. Like, come on, man.
Or be timid.
But
But
that's why they be like 20 years down the road, and then they realize like, I don't even know the person I'm with, type of thing, because you sit there and you don't realize you're two different people, and you just got together because you guys were paying attention to finance, the other person's paying attention to beauty, looks, and you know, all this other stuff, and you guys weren't paying attention to actual connection. Like, how do we connect? Do we get along? You know, like, or do we have like similar mind frames, or, you know, are we connecting on different things? Or am I able to handle you when you're in a bad mood? Are you able to handle me when I'm in a bad mood? Stuff like that. Like, how are we able to do stuff together and actually have a conversation when we're going out? Or are we just like, oh, I want to do this by myself and you do this by yourself? Are we able to have times where we're not together and we're able to do things alone and still have a connection with each other? Stuff like that. But it's like these people will be in so many different things, and there are so many different mind frames, and then they come to a point where it's like this dude goes out and he's doing something out by himself, and she's thinking, oh, well, he must be cheating on me. Well, then you don't know him.
Yeah.
Facts.
You don't know this.
Facts.
You don't know this dude. If you automatically thinking that, you don't even know him. You don't know him. So it's like,
but sometimes that love shit make you think everything cheating. They not with you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At that point,
that love shit really fuck your head up.
You're not really ready to be a partner. You know, if everything that's coming across your mind is in question and skepticism and shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, okay, maybe this ain't for me. You know, maybe there's certain things I need to look at within myself and secure a little bit more. You know.
Yeah.
You can be willing to talk about your traumas and shit with people. Like, go to a female and talk to her about your traumas and all that from the jump. That's going to put a different light on you to her.
I feel like that's a real conversation to have, though. And I feel like that's a conversation.
Now, you'll really find out if this girl ready to ride with you or not, bro. Yeah. And that's what people should be more open to at first. Similarly to a job interview. You really got to find out, is this a fit or not? As opposed to like, man, this girl's so pretty. I just, I want her so bad, and I want to be able to be hitting this conveniently, and shit. As opposed to like, cool, that shit cool and all, but, if you're really trying to find someone who's down for you and not want to constantly point out people's flaws because you wasn't really trying to figure it out off rip, ask those questions, be honest up front, and those certain, and it's harder, like we said, like being in the middle ground is harder. There's gonna be certain things that people fuck with, people don't fuck with, but at least it's you're gonna walk out of every situation knowing, okay, I was genuinely myself, I was authentic, and I could live with the results.
I could sleep at night.
Yeah,
I ain't feeling no goof. Didn't waste no time. It is what it is. She just wasn't fucking with that. Everybody not meant for everybody.
And that's facts. That is facts. What we taking away from this one, Key? What you got?
Man.
Or should we have Lennon do it since he been killing it all?
Dog. That's why Lennon got it, dog. This Lennon show.
This whole thing.
Man, I think we was talking about some really good stuff this one, but I guess I would just say, like continuing to find your own value, and keeping that, I don't necessarily want to say at the forefront, because as we talking about like self-love and those certain things, but just keeping value in mind, I think is so important. And if you're not feeling like you're valued, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to find different groups to hang out with. It's okay to find a different company to work for. It's okay to come up with different passions and those certain things, And so change is not a bad thing. I like that. Change is not
a bad thing.
Yeah, change is not a bad thing. I do like that one. Yeah. Good Even shit. If you got to step away from anybody, like if you got to step away from your friends, family, whatever, like whatever. Sometimes you got to do that in order to change. Like if you feel like you stuck in the same cycle and you around surroundings that you just don't really like work with you, hey, you can step away from that. You can always step away from that. It may not be easy, but you can do it.
People are scared to be pariahs.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing that scare everybody. Right. Consider an outcast and have to be by yourself. Like, talking about that lone wolf type shit. Man, that one's learning a lot more than everybody being together, because it's right here in this circle.
And that's
by
how
yourself, I can keep turning my head and see something new.
That's how you find your pack, though. Is
Ain't that
going out by yourself?
Ain't that so crazy though? Like we all scared to be outcast, but then we all want to be on this self-love journey.
Want to be seen differently.
It's so funny how you put it, where it's like, I don't want to say self-love is fake, you know, but I feel like just like the mantra behind self-love, like you really trying to big yourself up. But in the grand scheme of thing, a lot of our insecurities come from not wanting to be alone or, you know, an outcast and shit like that. So it's interesting.
Yeah, right. You can accept that shit being alone. You're a dangerous motherfucker. Accept being alone, dog. That shit is crazy. And then to find somebody that really wants to be with you after you've been wanting to be alone is even crazier.
But I feel like when you're alone, or you're spending time alone, and you can actually like value the time spent alone, it helps you better to connect with other people.
You have to use that time though. Yeah. Some people just be using that fucking time alone, watching Netflix all fucking day.
Right.
Like, are you writing down your thoughts? Are you taking walks so you can hear your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Just really talk to yourself.
That's why I said it's ugly. Like, there's ugly in, like, the whole journey of that self-love. It's not an easy thing. Like, if you try to, like, make it out to be, like, oh, flowers and sunshine, it's really not. Tough. It's really not. That shit is tough. Because you have moments where sometimes there's people that feel, like, alone. They feel like it's a bad thing. You have to get through that. You know, there's stuff that you have to do to get through that. There's stuff that you'll go on to where you'll be thinking certain ways and you're like, dang, I really want to get out of that. I really want to get out of this way of thinking. And you have to find the ways to get out of that way of thinking. You really have to, it's like you're having this battle with yourself, you know, to try to figure out, like, how can I get better from this? But you really have to do that in order to get better. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, this is my self-love journey, and all you're doing is, like, dressing up nice, trying to look nice, smiling for the cameras, and then telling people like, yeah, today, guess what? I went out and I had me a smoothie and drank me a glass of wine by myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, like what the, yeah, like, I think a big thing too is like in those reflections and stuff and like self-love, there's going to be times where you're thinking on things and understand like, okay, in this dynamic, like I was probably wrong, a little off right here. Yeah, I was wrong here. And so it's a lot of, you know, it's not just a lot of, okay, I don't need nobody. It's more so really understanding, what went wrong in dynamics and how you could be a better person and those certain things.
How am I behaving?
Yeah.
You know, like, how have I been acting lately? Sometimes you can't realize, like, you was the problem. Some people don't realize that. Like, yeah, dang, I was really the problem in this situation. There's so many scenarios where, where I look back, I had to reflect on a lot of things, and I was like, dang, I was an issue in that. I was making a problem for people right there. Like,
not trying to hear shit they were saying.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I know I was getting on their nerves. You tell me shit, but I have no regrets to it, though. It's just, it's fucked up. I run through it through my head and shit, but I be like, I don't regret none of it. It got me here now, and I got to understand it on it. But it's just fucked up that person had to feel that.
But you got to reflect on those. Yeah. You got to reflect on those. No regrets, there's a time where one of my homies checked me real good, and I couldn't even take it at that moment because I don't know, like, you know, when you like see somebody and you snap judge them, and I had did that, and I snap judged this person, and just by their whole demeanor, I was like, dang, I don't really like how they present themselves. I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, I was just kind of like putting out like how their energy was, how I was perceiving them. Not even how their energy was, how I was perceiving their energy. I was judging that person. And then one time I'm just like talking about like, dang, I really don't like dude. And then the homie was like, you don't even know why you don't like him, to be honest. He was like, you don't even know dude. And he said, you true. And I was like, damn. At that moment, I'm like getting axed. I'm like, yo, you gonna tell me like, I don't like dude. And then like later on, like down the road, I'm like, you know what? He was right. Like, I didn't know nothing about this dude. I haven't met him. I haven't spoke to him. I haven't even shook his hand. I haven't had a conversation with him to sit here and say like, I don't like him just because the way how he's perceiving himself around the people that I know. You know, like we can actually sit down and have a conversation. I might actually be like, dang, this dude, I genuinely mess with this dude. But I would have never knew that just like judging offhand just by how I'm perceiving him, just by seeing him firsthand. So I had to really reflect on that and learn. And I was like, man, I ain't never gonna like try to like judge somebody just by how they present themselves like that. without having like a conversation and really feeling them out first.
And you change in that way. That's what he's
Yeah.
saying. Change.
That's how you
And,
change.
yeah, as you said too, like bro, every experience is exactly why you are who you are today. You know, so you have to embrace all those things. Never regret them. You know, you went through those things. Okay, I was wrong there, but shit, I needed to go through that to understand. Okay, my part in those sort of dynamics moving forward. You know.
That's the importance of a difference of opinion, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need that sometimes, because people, and that's why I say I love people that can actually give me a difference of opinion and check me sometimes, because I'm not always right and nobody's always right. So you need to be, sometimes somebody needs to get you in line, like, hey, you tripping. you need to get it together. And you may not be able to take it at first hand, but over time, maybe if you actually reflect on it, you can grow from that. If you actually like try to listen to what was being said and reflect on your behavior, you can grow from it for sure.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like this was a good episode. We got
Yeah.
deep. People gonna be like, y'all too deep.
Yeah.
Nah. But this was a good episode. I really appreciated it. We got in some good topics for sure.
Man, I appreciate y'all.
Whitney said, I'm
sure.
mad I missed this one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah. Whitney said that.
Blue.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man, who's Whitney?
I know, my bad, Whitney. I'm saying
He
Whitney.
said it again.
I know you
Yeah,
know.
he's
My
like,
bad, Whitney. I'm
Whitney,
saying
Whitney.
Whitney.
My bad, Blue. But yeah, she said I wanted you to come, but yeah. We'll see you on the next one. But we appreciate you guys for tapping in with us, joining in the conversation as always. You know, sharing the video if you guys like our stuff. You know, you guys know where our stuff is by now. So if you're in here, tap in with stuff, and we appreciate all that. YouTube's growing, everything's growing. So yeah. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Y'all be smooth.